what's up? Welcome back to another edition of the Mandatory Live. If you like the content, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button because it helps the channel grow. If you've already done that, thank you so much. Remember, you can find us on the audio side as well. So wherever you get your shows, podcasts, you can find us there. Give us a 5-star, leave a rate and review because that helps the channel grow as well. Because we got too much to talk about, right?
Yeah, let's do it. Where do we want to start? Where do we want
Manny
to start?
Pacquiao, Mario Barrios. I think we have to start off with that.
Okay,
so Manny Pacquiao is returning to the ring and he's taking on Mario Barrios. Mario Barrios is a champion in this division. And, you know, Bryan has said that he might be the weakest one. I'm throwing you under the bus here because you know how I feel about Mario Barrios. I think
stand by it. Who wins in a fight right now, Mario Barrios or Rolly Romero?
I'm okay. Let's not do that. Okay.
No, because I'm just saying. Like,
okay. Here's the thing.
Mario Barrios is good, but also
I like Mario Barrios
Ramos
a lot.
In his last fight.
I understand that. Here's the thing. Abel Ramos can fight though. Okay, Abel Ramos is a really good fighter. I will say this. I'm really proud of Rolly.
By the way.
Yeah. I'm really proud of Rolly because I think he kind of shocked everybody when he beat Ryan Garcia. And I think he dominated that fight, to be honest with you. So I would obviously take Rolly, but we've also seen Rolly in some really bad performances, right? Where he is getting knocked out. But I'm happy for Rolly. This is not a Rolly conversation, but I want to focus on Manny Pacquiao and Mario Barrios. Bryan, like, how is Manny Pacquiao even in this fight? Let's start there because this is wild to me. And guys, they're also talking about Manny Pacquiao wants to fight Mayweather again. We got to get into everything. Bryan, how is Manny Pacquiao fighting Mario Barrios? And this is a title shot, is it not?
It's for the WBC championship. We're old because Pacquiao Mayweather was 10 years ago.
I'm very old. You're about to make me cry right now.
I was in college. I remember we had like a fight party for this. This is what fight parties were.
I went to a fight party. Yeah.
It's rankings time. Okay, we're pulling up the rankings. Let's do this.
This was only in time where Bryan did this. You got to pull up the rankings. You got to share a screen. So Bryan, let's get into this.
I love doing this. And the reason why we're doing this though is because TJ actually says real quick, Rolly's too small for welterweight. For true welterweights, I agree. He also says Rolly doesn't beat Abel Ramos and Barrios beat Ugas. Okay. All that being said, Barrios is WBC champion, so we're going to focus on WBC rankings. And here's my difficulty with this Manny Pacquiao fight. One, Manny Pacquiao has not fought in 4 years. He hasn't fought in 4 years, and I said this over on my channel in the preview I did as well. He hasn't fought in 4 years. He hasn't won in 6. The last time he won was before COVID against Keith Thurman, against an undefeated Keith Thurman, against a good Keith Thurman. But after that, he looked washed against Yordenis Ugas after a 2-year layoff. And Ugas, by the way, and I'm not saying this because we follow each other on Twitter, he's good. Like he was legitimate. Like he was a champion. He actually was competitive with Spence before he got stopped. Like Ugas was good. But at the same time, Pacquiao landed like 16% of his punches in that fight or something to that effect. 16, 17, 18. Like he was all them Pacquiao flurries, like they were not doing shit to Ugas for the most part. But here's the thing. Here's the other side of this. So on one hand, Pacquiao should not be fighting for a title. Pacquiao does not deserve a title shot on merit in terms of currently. Like you should come back and be a contender first, right? However, that was on your background. However,
yeah, no, I don't know what's going on over there. Something's going on. What is that? Like a motorcycle or something like that? Someone's racing out there?
Today. Look, we both live in major metropolitan cities. The other piece of this, though, is Amazon Prime doesn't value PBC the way Showtime did, is how I'll word it. Amazon probably doesn't want to sell a main event around Mario Barrios versus, you see over here, #1 contender, Soleiman Sissoko or Raul Curiel, who some people like and is up and coming and has power, but no one knows who the fuck he is yet. Like on a real level. And if you have DAZN, chances are you might be a boxing fan. You might also just have it for, you know, NFL stuff, soccer especially, but like chances are you're a boxing fan. If you have Amazon Prime, you might not give a shit about boxing because mad people have Amazon Prime for Amazon Prime not because there's boxing tied to it. And a lot of people had Amazon Prime before PBC was folded into that deal. So all of this is to say, if you look at the WBC's top 15, Solomon Sissoko all the way down, Raul Curiel, Conor Benn, who I don't even know if he's going to be a welterweight anymore, Thulani Mbenge, Jack Catterall is now moved into the rankings, Eimantas Stanionis, who we just saw get dog walked against Jaron Boots Ennis after a year layoff. Like, who is the guy that you can sell to Amazon and be like, yeah, this is going to, be a title fight and what have you? Unless it's just Tim Tszyu versus Sebastian Fundora 2 being the main event and you just don't have a title fight, which, okay, maybe. But the point of it is Manny Pacquiao, even right now, is more popular than every boxer in the world, maybe even including Canelo Alvarez. Canelo is the only one that could stand up to him in terms of just sheer popularity. And if Floyd Mayweather were to fight him again, him being Manny Pacquiao, they would still be the top two guys, like in terms of popularity all these years later. So I think that's part of it, Shantelle. It's like, on one hand, he doesn't deserve it on merit, even though he's a Hall of Famer, one of the best ever, all the things. But also, if you're trying to sell an event on Amazon Prime pay-per-view or whatever it is, you can't do that with anybody else, especially if you're trying to keep this deal going, because PBC hasn't been super active with Amazon throughout the course of their deal.
Well, I think that's probably the most interesting thing is like, what is PBC doing? Like before it used to be at least a fight a month. And now it's just like we're getting these long waiting periods and it's never been like this. And I don't know if it's because of the deal with the Amazon, but all I know is Jake Paul is having a smooth time at Netflix. So it's like, what's going on here? Are they just not putting together fights? And it's unfortunate because there's a lot of good fighters at PBC. I will say this. That's probably the best point you've ever made on the mandatory in terms of popularity. Manny Pacquiao.
Thank you.
No, because I think Manny Pacquiao transcends the sport. He's that big. He's known all over the world internationally. I would probably say people know him more than Canelo Alvarez. I would bet money on it. He's a god where he's from. Like an absolute god where he's from. So even
in the ring, not politically, apparently.
Yes,
in the ring.
Yeah. Oh, well, I mean that's a different conversation. You know what I mean? But I will say
people don't like his politics. But that's for another day.
There's a lot of people out there in politics I don't rock with. I'll say that much. But Manny Pacquiao is that big. So in terms of his popularity, but in just in terms of the fights they could have made, and I understand that this, like I've said this before. 147 is not popping. 147 is always popping. It's not right now. And obviously Manny Pacquiao, like I'm not going to lie to you. I kind of want to see what he looks like just because of what I've seen. It hasn't looked great, but it's Manny Pacquiao. And I think people will still want to watch this fight. Now, as in terms of him fighting a guy like Mario Barrios, who Bryan, you've said before, you think is the weakest champion at 147 pounds. This is a big fight for him.
Might and Manny now, Pacquiao, to be fair, but yeah.
Yeah. Manny Pacquiao is, still Manny Pacquiao. The speed isn't the same. The power is definitely not there. But I think he'll give Mario Barrios a good test. And Mario Barrios makes a lot of mistakes, defensively as well. And he gets hit a lot, but he also throws a lot. And in terms of power, Mario Barrios should have this. Should he not? Because like Manny Pacquiao's power is not the same. There isn't a lot of power on his punches at this point in his career. And that's not his fault. That comes with age. And Manny Pacquiao has fought so much throughout his career. Like the mileage on this man, it must be crazy.
He stopped Miguel Cotto in 2009. He fought 17 times after. One knockout victory. One. That was against Lucas Matisse, who at the time was probably cooked. I think most of us would agree he's probably cooked. Like Pacquiao just doesn't have that power anymore. Like he Shantelle, this because I've mentioned this on the show several times. He's the prime example I use for like there comes a point in time for some of these guys, these pressure fighters, where they don't stop people anymore. Canelo is here, it appears. Amanda Serrano, save for Stevie Morgan, who I think you could knock her out.
My left hook is nasty. Just saying, I could have did it. Okay, we need to fight in my weight class, but I could have did it.
That's a joke, Stephen Morgan, just in case you're
No,
watching
that by
this.
the way, but I do talk to Bryan a lot, just talking about power, and I've said this before, and I won't mention any names, but I'm like, she fights at this weight class, and she's not knocking out people. That's
Yeah,
ridiculous. But I
yeah,
always
yeah,
have that
yeah.
conversation with him. But no disrespect to Stevie Morgan.
And I'm Puerto Rican, so you know I got a left hook. Although I'm not, I'll be the first to tell you I'm not. I'm not a one punch knockout person at all. But still, regardless, like Amanda Serrano's another one. Like sometimes the power is just not there after a while. Like I think one of the overrated things is like the power is the last to go. I think that actually may be true for heavyweights. I'm not sure it's true for like some people in the lighter weight classes because you do get older and you get slower and the way you can set up your shots it has to
I mean,
change
look
and
at
what
El
have you.
Gallo. What happened to El Gallo?
Mm.
Right,
It's
like one of
another
my
it's
favorite
another good
fighters.
example. Yeah.
So like it's just the punch power isn't the same as it used to be. And I think that just comes with time. Like it comes with age. It's gonna happen at some point, right? Like in basketball, like at some point you're just gonna lose it.
Well, here's the other thing. Manny Pacquiao debuted in 1995. There's people who watch the
It's
show.
crazy. It's
there's,
crazy.
there's
I'm
people who
older
watch.
than that.
There's people
I'm
who
older than that.
he's been in the ring my entire life. There's people who
Yeah.
watch this show who were not born when Manny Pacquiao turned pro. There's
That's
people
the
who
wild
watch
part to
this.
me.
There's people who watch the show who were not born maybe around the time he won his first title. They were not even a thought yet. They weren't even in their father's balls yet. Like Manny Pacquiao's old. He's 46. He's gonna be he's closer to 50 than 40. And
Yeah.
this is what brings me to this to the actual in-ring elements of this. TJ left some comments that were interesting. Like if you're Mario Barrios, you have to win this fight. Mario Barrios is betting favorite, by the way, 3-1 ish.
As he should be, as he should be.
Mario Barrios Mario Barrios should not lose this fight. Like you cannot lose this fight. You're in the prime of your career. He has two losses on his record to two very good fighters. Very good. Okay? Like Tank and Keith Thurman. Like he's not a chump. I think why when I say he's the weakest champion in the weight class, that was because like Jaron Ennis had two of the belts, and I think Brian Norman
Mm.
Jr. would beat him. You know what I mean? And now Jaron Ennis may move up, and Rolly Romero has a title instead. To which, to TJ's point, I'm like, Mario Barrios could probably beat Rolly, but I don't know what Rolly I'm getting, but he's probably too small for the weight class. And he ultimately
I
beat.
wouldn't guarantee that though. I don't think I guarantee that he would be Rolly. Like I
I don't
don't.
know, but that's not important. The important thing is he should beat Manny Pacquiao. Like Manny Pacquiao, even in the fight against
Yeah.
Ugas 4 years ago, was not landing. There were rounds where he was 10 for 70, legitimately, like 12 for 80. Like he was not landing on Yordenis Ugas, who's like he's Cuban, but he's not Cuban style the way Erislandy Lara is. You know what I mean? Like he's very sharp defensively, but at the same time, like you can hit him. And I think with Barrios, you're 6 foot with a near 6 foot reach. And to your point here, TJ says, how does Pac get past the jab of Barrios? All Barrios has to do is just jab for 12 rounds, and this could get sad. This like we did you guys ever seen William Joppy versus Roberto Duran in like
Yes.
2001? Like this could be sad. This could be
Yeah.
sad. Like part of me is like, man, maybe he can turn back the clock or whatever against Barrios because Barrios is not exactly unbeatable. But like, I'm not gonna disrespect Barrios too much and be like, yo, he should lose to a 46-year-old Manny Pacquiao. Like, no way. Barrios should win this fight, and I think he could even stop him potentially.
So that's my fear. I don't think. No, I think there's a chance that Mario Barrios could stop him in this fight. Just in terms of Barrios has a high work rate as well, right? He has a good jab. He throws a lot of punches. Has a good work rate. But at the same time, this is a great comment right here. We're gonna go to our friend of the show. I don't know how to pronounce that, but Bryan, you can do it. Bryan's an author.
Ivan Lovena.
Says Barrios is flat-footed and slow for Pac-Man. He will love that style. He is a little bit flat-footed, I will say that, but I do think Mario Barrios at this point in his career should beat a Manny Pacquiao that is, well past his prime. And that's what I don't want to see. I don't want to see Manny Pacquiao go out in a sad way. But if Barrios stops him here, that's what it would be. But here's the thing. Manny's going to throw a lot of punches, and Mario Barrios is going to get hit a lot in this fight. He's not going to have the
Maybe.
same work rate. Pac-Man doesn't have the same work rate as he once did, but let's not sleep on him because let's be serious. Like during his time of his prime, he was one of the best fighters out there. One of the best fighters out there, right? He's a legend. So that's what I'll say. But I don't know why Manny even wants to take this fight. Like he doesn't have to do any of this. He must be
Here are punch.
bored.
He, also, they probably paid him a shit ton because Amazon is like, yo, we need a hit. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like they called Mary J. Blige to sing the hook. You know what I'm saying? Like they just
Yeah.
need a hit. Manny Pacquiao in this fight against Ugas that I mentioned, it's covering it a little bit, but you see at the bottom here, he landed 130 out of 815 punches in that fight, 16% against Ugas, who by the way is not 6 feet with the near 6 foot reach like Mario Barrios is. Ugas landed 151 out of 405. So he threw half as many punches, less than half as many punches than Manny Pacquiao, and landed 21 more than doubled him up in percentage, 37 to 16%. And also in power punches, and this is where you would think Pacquiao would win the category, 88 of 340 versus Ugas, who was 101 out of 171. So basically, any power shot that Ugas threw, he landed 59% of the time in this fight against Manny Pacquiao 4 years ago. And we've seen Pacquiao in the exhibitions. I don't know how hard he was training for those. He didn't look great in any of them, really, for the most part. And the total punches like landed, you see here at the top of the screen, Ugas outlanded him every single round by percentage, and in totality, outlanded him in 1 and 2 and 4 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10 and 11 and 12, almost every round.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing is I think what we're gonna see in this fight is Manny Pacquiao is gonna try to make it interesting, but I'm also wondering about his conditioning. This has to be talked about, right? Is his conditioning still there? Like he did look kind
Marlon
of
makes an
gassed out.
interesting Marlon makes
Go
an
ahead.
interesting point though, and I think this is the other piece for me. Is like, why was he picked? I'm always thinking about this. Why was somebody picked? And I feel like they're picking Barrios because they think he could beat Barrios, and I think it might be an overestimation of where Pacquiao is in 2025.
Yeah, and I quickly want to go to this really quickly. TJ, a good friend of the show, by the way. Broly was losing to Ishmael Barroso. Come on, girl. I know, and they stopped that fight and they robbed him. But here's the thing: like he looked really good against Ryan Garcia. And am I putting too much hype on Ryan? I had to get to that comment, but I thought he dominated Ryan. To be honest, he did, and so that was surprising to me. We've seen Broly be knocked out before, so more than once, by the way. Anyways, let's get back to Manny Pacquiao and Mario Barrios. I'll say this. You know what? I feel like people maybe might be underrating Mario Barrios. Like he's not like the best out there, but listen, you could say that he is. I mean, he has the title in this division and he should win. He is an exciting fighter, but I think he makes a lot of mistakes and he gets hit a lot. And those are his flaws. All he has to do is work the jab. He has a good jab. And Manny Pacquiao is going to move around the ring a lot. So Mario Barrios cannot be flat-footed. That's what I'll say in this fight. Because Manny's going to make it interesting. He's going to be moving around. He's going to be throwing a lot. But that's why I'm like, what's his conditioning like? How do you think Manny Pacquiao's conditioning will be like? I will say this: there's always been videos, but they put out videos because like it's a media thing. Like we do this in media all the time. When you promote something, you put out the best clips of stuff. You don't put out the bad stuff, right? Where you're like, oh, like they would never put out a video of Manny Pacquiao just like dying in terms of like being tired after sparring or anything like that. So they're putting out the best videos of Manny Pacquiao. And he looks good. Like you're like, oh, Manny looks like he's still in shape, but we won't actually know that until he's in the ring. I'll say this: I think the first 6 rounds will be very interesting. I do think there's a chance that Mario Barrios can stop him because Manny Pacquiao is 47 years old. He doesn't have the same punching power. He's not going to have the same work rate. And Mario Barrios has to take advantage of this because if he doesn't, it's a bad look for him. He'll fall. He'll definitely fall, in the ranking. So I'll say this: I'm going to take Mario Barrios to win. And we should actually pull up some of the odds. And I'm actually going to go to one prominent sports book right now and just take a look at the odds, guys, and just see how people are going to be betting this fight. Also, drop in the comments how they're going to be betting this fight. Bryan, do you have any thoughts on how you're going to be betting this fight? There's some noise going on in Bryan's building. So let's just put that out there. That's why he's so quiet, because this is the longest Bryan has never spoken on this show. Usually
That's
he talks
bullshit.
for like
That
no,
is
you
bullshit.
talk right, no, it's not. It's not. You talk for like sometimes like 7 minutes, and I'll be like, and you'll be doing this whole thing, and it's like I think you forget that this is a 2-person show sometimes. So that was the longest I've ever talked on the show, and it felt uncomfortable for me because usually Bryan will, just break in there. I'll see that. Okay, I'll stop hating on you. Okay, so Mario Barrios is a minus 290.
I have the odds up.
Where is he? Okay, so he's a what? Minus 280 there?
Yeah, slightly better. It was 300 before. Evidently, people have been betting Pacquiao this week.
But here's the thing, like, okay, so Manny Pacquiao is a plus 220. Like, if you don't think Mario Barrios is that good, y'all, I think you place money on Manny Pacquiao. I think you do.
You
For
know
like
what's
plus
interesting?
290. What? Go ahead, tell us. You just tell us. We know there's noise. It's not that bad.
Okay, whatever. You know what's interesting is that Barrios is plus 130 to win by stoppage and plus 200 to win by decision. He's actually shorter to win by stoppage against Manny Pacquiao.
I mean, that's kind of interesting. They think that he's going to win on points. But here's the thing. Do we think that Manny Pacquiao is going to be knocked out in this fight?
They think he's going to stop Manny Pacquiao at plus 130 versus Mario Barrios on points at plus 200. Like, and I'm looking at group round betting right now. Barrios to win late, 10 through 12 plus 7.
I like 7 through 12. I like 7 through 12. What's 7 through 12 looking like?
Yeah,
I think
they don't have all the group round betting available.
Okay, I would look for this fight. I would look at 7 through 12 guys for this fight because Mario Barrios should stop Manny Pacquiao.
Here we go. 7 through 12 plus 250. Barrios.
I like that. I would place money on that. But I'm
it's either that or by points. But
okay, let's get to some comments here, guys. Let's get to TJ, who said Barrios beat Ugas. I'm a big Ugas fan. I'm a big Ugas fan, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. Let's get to TJ. Also said Barrios all day. TJ, I'm rocking with you. I'm a big Mario Barrios fan. I think that some people underrate him a little bit, but I think he's a solid fighter. I like his fight style. Marlon 2631, big friend of the show, longtime friend. It's a reason why Manny Pacquiao picked Mario Barrios, because Mario Barrios is not that good. And I think that's what people are thinking of here. Jesus is also in the building. What's up, Jesus? Any final thoughts before we move on?
Notice Suleiman has been mentioning that Pacquiao has been very busy with drug tests all over the world. Can't remember too many drug tests being made so public that a fighter is clean before a fight.
I mean, I think it's a really weird time in boxing right now where you're seeing so many fighters come out dirty. So it's one of those things. I don't know. Very interesting. I don't want to put that out there that someone might come out dirty in this fight.
Let's pivot to. We're both backing Barrios. Let's pivot to Usyk. We might as well. I mean, at this point, we've done this fight for like almost 30 minutes.
Yeah, I know. We went a little bit longer because Bryan was scared to talk. You don't have to mute every time, dude. Don't worry about it. We're giving you the inside production tools. All right, so